Kartik,
Yes.
what is Kartik in mythology?
Sir, Kartik is name of son of Lord Shiva. So that is the mythological
Is he
importance.
only son?
No, sir.
Huh?
The other son is Lord Ganesha.
Who is the elder one?
Sir, there are differences in opinion in that. In northern, Lord Ganesha is considered elder, while in southern.
No. Not, it is not. It is Kartik only. You know the story why Ganesha is considered superior to Kartik?
So that story of revolving around the world. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
You are from IIT Mumbai.
IIT Bombay.
Bombay. Means the IIT of Shubham, I would say.
Yes.
You met him?
No.
Never talked to him also?
No.
Don't you think he could be helpful in your preparation for interview?
I talked to some seniors who recently passed the Civil Services Examination, but I did not talk to him. I'll talk to him after.
So there is almost a lobby for IIT Bombay.
IIT Mumbai is big
So
lobby.
every year we have some people, so I tried to connect to the latest.
So what's your viewpoint on this? Like, students from one particular college, they are qualifying daily, and there is this very famous group that you have, where all the officers who have qualified from IIT Bombay, they are connected. So, huge potential of creating a lobby in themselves. What's your viewpoint on that?
There is potential to create a lobby that cannot be denied, but we must trust the integrity of the officers. They have gone through the process, they have gone through the training, and they deserve a certain level of trust. So until we have something concrete to say that they have.
Okay, let us start with a difficult question. Why anthropology?
Why anthropology? Sir, I wanted to try a humanities subject during my graduation. Only I decided. Then
Would have socio would have been very similar and appealing and easy to understand.
I talked with few seniors about how the syllabus goes. I also went through the syllabus of anthropology and some technical part in it, the physical part that was I was quite comfortable with that.
So do you think that Maharashtra should be one state? Why not 3 states?
Sir, I think Maharashtra should be one state. Creating multiple states will have their own problems. So the core demand is of development and not state creation.
Yeah, because of that only people are demanding Vidarbha as a separate state.
Sir, but separate state I don't think will solve the problems because it will create its own different problems.
What should be the criteria for creation of new states?
Sir, I don't think there should be a proper, but if we have to select one, that must be an administrative convenience as well as the economic impact, whether it would be good or bad.
Administrative and economic viability,
yes,
and not at the cost of the part that is from which you are separated.
Yes,
that's right. You have a debate between Karnataka and Maharashtra.
Yes,
like northern Karnataka people, they feel proximal to Maharashtra people.
Yes.
How can you solve this problem?
So the best solution to this is that both states must come together and have a consensus. Otherwise, sir, court can give its decision. But Maharashtra on its side should not stress the issue too much. On the other hand, Karnataka should take care that Marathi-speaking people are not.
But there was a time when Gujarat and Maharashtra were together, and now there is no confusion about the two.
Sir, but the language criteria was quite maintained in the division, while in that area there is that particular issue that Marathi-speaking population has went there.
What are the dominant castes in Maharashtra?
Sir, Kunbi, Maratha Kunbi, those are the most dominant castes.
Not Patidars?
No, sir.
Patels?
No, sir.
They are not?
No, sir.
Patidars are? They are spread into Gujarat also and Madhya Pradesh also. They play a role in that. Why you think that you will be a successful administrator?
So there are multiple qualities that I think I have in me. So one is, sir, integrity, sir, that I think is,
Any instance you can cite to prove your integrity?
sir, when I was General Secretary in IIT Bombay, I was part of Disciplinary Action Committee.
Mhm.
So there I had to, I always had to choose between whether to side with my
You
friends.
must
or
have
with
created
the
many
friends.
enemies.
Yes, sir.
How you resolve this animosity? You have to keep people together.
Sir, animosity will be resolved with time, sir. They themselves understand after a certain time that I had my own conditions that I had to work with.
Do you think by creating more of IITs, we are diluting the culture of IITs?
Sir, I don't think that is the case, but the level of prestige that old IITs and new IITs have, that is quite different. So while creating more IIT, we must also consolidate them with more infrastructure and
Yeah, but
more.
vacancies are there. These are not being filled. You have only part-time casual visitors from the established ones. But you are creating more and more IITs without filling the post. You know, about 35% of posts in the new IITs are vacant.
Sir, but I think that is because of the branch preferences of students. So
So they could have created more branches in more IITs. It depends on that.
no, sir, means
Okay, why IITs were created?
sir, to develop them as center of innovation and technology, world-class centers
Whose
of
needs?
innovation. Huh?
Whose needs? For whose needs?
I did not
The
get that.
needs were fulfilled of which area, which region, which country. IITs were created for whom?
For India, or
No.
with the support of other nations.
That
You-
obviously
So-
their demand was
Yeah.
there. Again, whose?
So IIT Bombay, sir, Soviet Union contributed
That's
to IIT Bombay.
what I wanted to know from
Yes.
you. What's your hobby?
Sir, I like to read books. I also that is.
Okay, I'll ask you 5 authors' names. Can you tell me which books of those you have read? Gogol,
Sir, I have not.
Tchaikovsky,
No, sir.
Kafka,
I have heard about the book, but
Maupassant,
no,
Lucian.
no, sir.
Then how come you have reading as your hobby?
I read books that I.
You should be very specific. The moment board asks you,
Yes.
be specific, sir, this kind of books or this kind of authors.
Okay.
I mean, you made that mistake while doing it. Clarify immediately.
Yes.
Otherwise, they'll keep asking you.
Yes.
And it is whether classics, which languages it is,
Correct.
whether it is sci-fi, whether it is fictional, whether it is facts, all kinds of things are there.
Yes.
So you got to be, when they ask you, be straightforward, tell me, sir, I like this kind of books.
Right.
Khalil Gibran, you heard about?
Which one?
Khalil Gibran?
No.
Which kind of books you like?
So I generally read fictional novels and other types also. Means there is no
Any particular writer you like?
Sir, if the writing style is concerned,
5 books of any particular author.
I have not read 5 books of
5 translations that you have read.
5.
Translations from different languages.
Sir, The Alchemist is one which was translated from Portuguese to
Alchemist, written by?
Paulo Coelho, sir.
Can you name the 2 balls, iron
Stones.
balls that were there?
Yes. Urim and Thummim were the
Very right. What was the name of the wind that was blowing?
Levant.
What is this? Levant means?
Sir, it is named for the wind flowing across the Saharan desert.
That is right.
Yes.
What is the name of that beggar king?
Melchizedek.
Good.
Your hobby is CrossFit training.
Yes.
So how it's different from normal gymming?
Sir, it's actually a subset of gym, but it tries to converge different type of exercises like cardiovascular strength, stamina, etc. And one more important difference is there are almost no electrical equipments that are used in CrossFit training. So we rely totally on non-electrical equipments and raw strength.
Which one is better?
So both have their own benefits. So there is no.
The CrossFit training has a lot of different type of exercises.
Yes.
So what's your favorite one?
My favorite one is ladder exercises. So we have a horizontal ladder laid down where we have to cross it with different variations of movement. So that is my favorite one.
Tell me about your hometown, Maligaon. Why it's famous for what it's famous?
So it's famous for its textile mills. Also, there were some communal issues in the past when it came into news. And
Some blast.
yes, sir. So that was other thing. And also, sir, farming there is quite popular. Onion farming in our region is a major product in India. So these are the major points of popularity for Maligaon.
Popular for Brahma Kumaris also.
I'm sorry, sir.
Brahma Kumaris.
Sorry, sir. I don't know. No.
You have other hobbies, motorcycle riding.
Yes.
So how could you develop that kind of thing? And in what way you would explain that hobby has transformed your life or something which you really got something positive out of it?
I developed that hobby during my college times, and the most important thing that bike riding does for me is it is like a stress relief for me. It calms me down and helps me concentrate more. So when we ride bikes, most of our organs are in coordination and there is no other thoughts in mind. So I try to use it that way to calm myself down.
So which bike do you ride?
Earlier, I had a Honda Unicorn. Now I have a Bullet 350, Classic 350, Royal Enfield.
I mean, the economy, we recently have new RBI government. So what kind of challenges he has in front of him?
The first challenge is, sir, inflation is a major challenge. Second,
Inflation is under control now, as per the definition.
yes, sir, but still, sir, overall inflation is under control. Food inflation, still the poor are facing the hit. Second, sir, the changing geopolitical issues, they're creating huge volatility in rupee price as compared to dollar. That is another important issue. And the banking sector must be more strengthened. So these are the things that RBI governor will look for.
What do you think, what's happening in stock market, despite of all the positive factors, as far as India is concerned, looking at GDP figures and GST collections and those kind of things, still this is the worst, one of the worst phases India is witnessing right now. What would be the reasons?
So the foreign institutional investors, they are leaving Indian market. So there are multiple reasons for that. So first is, sir, the company's returns, they were not as per their expectation. Second, sir, already till last September, Indian market was booming and the stocks have been highly priced. So there is slight correction in it. Third, sir, the increased US Treasury bill returns. So investors are investing more there. And sir, again, geopolitical issues like tariffs, etc., which are being threatened by USA. So there is decreased confidence in investors in the foreign markets as compared to USA.
Can you remember 3-4 big crashes Indian stock market has witnessed in last, say, 35 years?
One that I can remember is sir, COVID-19 crash was a very big one. Second, sir, I remember when Cyrus Mistry died in car accident. So there was again a big crash in the market. And sir, Hindenburg report of Adani that also created, but that was not a generalized crash, but for Adani Enterprises, it brought the Nifty and Sensex down. These are one I can remember.
Have you heard about a movie? Because I have, when I saw that you are from Malegaon, there was a very recent movie that has come out with the name Malegaon in it.
Yes,
What's the name of it?
Superboys of Malegaon.
What is it all about?
Sir, it is based on a documentary called Supermen of Malegaon.
Okay.
So Malegaon, sir, it has its own small film industry there.
Mm-hmm.
So in the past, they have made some movies which are like a copy of Hollywood, but in a very raw form and trying to give a social message.
Okay.
So Malegaon ka Superman, Malegaon ka Sholay, and then there was also Malegaon ka Chintu, which aired on TV. So it's about the director and the team who made those movies. So on that basis, the documentary was made, and on the basis of that documentary, this film is made. Malegaon, Superboys of Malegaon.
Okay. So, what do you think about the current film scenario that is going on in India with respect to the languages also? Like you also said that they have made local films, but they could not be as popular as let us say that even regular Marathi films as popular they are, or maybe with respect to the Hindi films as popular they are. So, what do you think that any shift is happening in India as of now? How is the state of film with respect to regional languages in India right now?
So we can see South Indian films are doing particularly well. So,
Any particular industry you would like to name?
so the Telugu film industry, Tollywood as they call it, that is quite doing well. But in the last year, sir, Malayalam film industry made very good films.
Okay.
So, but if we talk about the overall change, sir, there is integration now. There is multiple translations of film. So we cannot say film is of particular language. Also, the actors, directors, producers, they are also integrating. So Bollywood people working in some other industry. So they are now trying to call everything as an Indian industry.
What do you think is the reason for that? The rise of South Indian films in North also. I mean, they have been going on in the South very well. What is the reason for the rise of the South Indian cinema in North India?
First, the appealing action is one of the major reasons, which Bollywood did not serve the purpose of doing action. Second, sir, the increased budget.
Okay.
So there is huge increase in budget of South Indian films, and those are the major reasons, as well as individual efforts from some people have pushed the industry ahead. So
Talking about movies, there is one movie that clubs two of your hobbies, reading as well as biking. And there is a very famous book also on that. So movie was turned into, the book was turned into movie. Any idea about it?
I'm not sure, sir, but
Take your guess.
Zen and Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
Okay, that is also one. I mean, and very famous one is your Motorcycle Diaries, Che Guevara.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you have worked in NSS, right?
Yes.
So what do you think is the role of NSS in development of youth in India?
Sir, NSS tries to develop personality through social work. It tries to give a humanist angle to students so that they can have more connect with the society, understand its problem well.
What was the impact of NSS on you?
So the NSS, the most important impact was it was first time I was in contact with people who were different from me. So
What all did you do? The actions that you have taken as part of the being in NSS? Yeah.
Sir, in the first 6 months, I used to teach the mess workers in IIT Bombay.
Okay.
And the second 6 months, we used to teach the students in the slums of Powai. So they used to come in campus and we used to teach them.
You have also mentioned that you were the part of the task force member of COVID-19,
Yes, sir.
right? What were the challenges that you faced at that point of time? And what did you learn out of that?
So the most important challenge that IIT Bombay faced during COVID-19 times was the availability of rooms. So since we have double sharing rooms in IIT Bombay, so we had around 8,000 rooms while the student intake was 13,000. So
I'm repeating my question. My question is, what was the challenge that you faced being part of that task force, and what did you learn out of it?
Personally, sir, the challenges were to convince the administration about reopening of campus. So we student on the side of more liberal campus that we should be allowed entry, exit, just like others. But administration was against it. Second, sir, there was some care from family side. They did not wish me to get involved much. So I had to convince them. And sir, learning, sir, the courage was one of the important learning to take action in times of difficulty. And second, sir, a teamwork, sir, that was a very important learning because we were working under a professor and we were very different type of students from PhD, MTech, BTech, all types of students.
Kartik, from engineering to UPSC, how this transition happened? There was a reason.
So first, as I
You opted your career as engineering when you opted for BTech. What made you shift to UPSC?
Yes, so there was some inclination towards UPSC since childhood, but once I went to IIT, I tried the technical aspect also, as well as I did a non-technical corporate internship. So there I saw that although the opportunities and the income was quite good, but I was not that satisfied with the work.
Can you tell me about this non-technical internship?
Yes, sir. So it was in a property technology company in Navi Mumbai. The company's name is Aurum PropTech, and I used to work there in the executive officer's office. So I was.
What was your role there?
My role there was to assist him. So we used to discuss business plans. So he was
basically business development.
Yes.
Did you make any project for your final year, or just the internship was there?
So just internship.
Just internship.
There was course project, small course project, but not a whole project.
Okay. I also see your 12th subjects. You have a very interesting combination here. Around the traditional physics, chemistry, maths, you have environment and geography along with this. So these were elective subjects that you opted on your own, or was the school able to provide you?
They were compulsory subjects. Sir.
All the 8 subjects were compulsory?
Yes, sir. State board subjects.
Okay. This was a part of your non-medical stream, or?
Yes, sir. Mathematics stream.
Mathematics.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, tell me, if you are placed as a collector of your district Nasik,
yes,
what will be your top 3 priorities?
The first priority would be developing the city transportation. So Nashik does not have any transportation system of its own. Second, sir, will be attracting more industries. So there is like stagnation of industries there. And third, and the most important, sir, would be resolving farmers' issues. So despite of huge potential, agricultural potential of Nashik district, it is still highly underutilized. So that would be my.
And this is the priority you want to take them in, or the priority is random?
No, sir. If going.
This is the priority.
So agriculture would be first, transportation would be second, and third would be industries.
Talking about your district again, Nasik. What's the historical relevance of this name, Nasik?
Sir, Lord Rama stayed there during his vanvas,
Oh.
and Lord Lakshmana, he cut the nose of Shurpanakha in that area. So from that, we get the name Nasik.
Any other significance of Nasik other than this mention in Ramayana we have?
So the Trambakeshwar temple is there. Also, sir, there is a story that Rishi Gautama brought Ganga from northern India to southern India by requesting to Lord Shiva, and Godavari came out from there.
Okay.
So
Now that you have touched this topic, there is a lot of debate going on these days where people are providing more and more evidence to support that Ramayana and Mahabharata were historical and not mythological. May I know your view on that? Shall I repeat the question?
no, sir, I got it.
Okay.
Sir, I think it is a part of belief that what one wants to believe, and the more important purpose is value inculcation in people. So if someone gets values by considering it historical, that is also good.
But देखो, when we are saying that the history is covered up and we want to get it to resurface, then how does it talk about value inculcation? Because by demeaning our history into mythology, people have labeled us in India as a land of snake charmers.
Right.
So on that note, I am again asking that should these initiatives, even your IIT Bombay, it's very active in this domain also,
Yes.
in Dhalavira and also. IIT Bombay itself is very active. And you also being a student of anthropology, which includes archaeology. We are aware of Professor B.V. Lal's research in Dwarka. So that answer that you gave on terms of belief is not very, asserting my confidence in you, I would say.
There are many myths in our history, and there are many histories in our myths. Basham. Huh?
So if we can find our links to historical events, that could strengthen our belief and our values. And that is
Now what you said is making more clarity to me.
Kartik, is your ear studded?
yes.
So why are you wearing it right now? Why are you not wearing it right now?
I stopped wearing it 2-3 years back, so I have not
Okay.
tried it again because now if I put it, it might create certain other effects.
Okay. Okay. So you're coming from a farming family, right?
Yes.
So, and as you have shared also that working on the farming conditions, that will be one of your priorities.
Yes.
By if you will work as a DM in your area. So how will you do it? Let us say that your first priority is, as you said, will be working for farmers. How design a plan for that?
So first would be, sir, building cooperatives between farmers themselves. So we have to bring people together. So there are successful models in Nashik which have generated huge wealth for farmers.
Okay.
So we have to increase their number. Second, sir, we have to build more storage facilities. So building investor confidence is important. Cold storage facilities as well as dehydrators. These are important. And third, sir, agriculture extension services should be strengthened. So agri offices should be strengthened to provide farmers with physical as well as non-physical inputs, knowledge inputs.
Everything that you are saying is about the forward linkage from the agriculture, nothing about the backward linkage. Backward linkage is like, I mean, once the product is introduced also, the cooperative farming and the services that you are talking about, then it is going to help.
Yes.
That is like forward linkages of agriculture.
Correct.
What about the backward linkage? Won't you
Yes.
think about anything about that?
The irrigation potential must be utilized properly.
Okay. How will that be done?
We already have a good number of dams
Okay.
there, so the connection must be made properly. As well as farmers also have wells, but they are not aware of the technologies. Like already they have wells, but they do flood irrigation instead of sprinkler.
So how are you going to
Like-
work on that? Will you spreading awareness? How?
We can show them models where farmers have used them in a very efficient and very
How will you do that?
I'm not sure about.
Try to think about from the implementation perspective. How are you going to implement it? Let us say you're talking about spreading awareness. How will you do that?
By showing them the results that other farmers
How
have.
will you show? What would be your process?
Sorry, I'm not able to.
Okay, take care. So you have also shared when sir has asked that the area is known for cotton, right?
Yes.
So what is the current state of textile industry in Malegaon? Has it been decreasing, increasing?
So it's almost stagnant.
Okay,
And so we in our area we don't have cotton. It is mostly
mostly
imported from
agriculture.
other regions,
Okay.
which is brought.
Talking about Malegaon, I mean, you are saying the state is stagnant. Why is it so?
Because the investment from people have also stopped, as well as the demand is not that good. So we just make threads, not the fabric as a whole. So we sell thread to some other industry which make fabrics, and then so the fabric industry itself is not working well, and that is because, sir, the demand in foreign markets have also declined for Indian garments.
Okay.
Because the other countries, Vietnam, Bangladesh, China, they are selling at cheaper values, as well as the cotton quality there is also better than ours.
Maharashtra, you have an institute turned into university that has contributed a lot in anthropology.
Deccan College,
Correct,
Pune Deccan
Deccan
College.
College.
Yes.
Any 2-3 names from that university?
Of anthropology,
Archaeology, anthropology, whatever it is.
sir, I'm not sure.
Sankalia,
Yes,
VN Mishra,
yes,
क्या कर रहे हैं? लास्ट क्वेश्चन गड़बड़, चलो
yes.
एनीवे क्या बुलाया जाए? बच्चों को कार्तिक या रविंद्र?
Kartik, sir.
तो फिर बच्चों क्या है?
Surname है.
सरनेम पहले क्यों?
सर वो
अभी इनफॉर्मल चल रहा है, अभी पहचान मत।
सर वो महाराष्ट्र में जो 10th के सर्टिफिकेट बनते हैं तो वो उस फॉर्मेट में
उसी
बनते
में बनते हैं।
हैं। यस
और पिताजी का नाम रविंद्र?
रविंद्र।
अच्छा, ये पहला अटेम्प्ट है?
यस सर।
क्या मतलब पहले से पता था कि इंटरव्यू पहुंचोगे?
नहीं सर, ऐसा मतलब
नहीं?
लगा नहीं था, पर स्टडी अच्छा किया था सर।
मेंस देने के बाद लगा था कि इंटरव्यू तक पहुंच सकते हो?
नहीं
नहीं?
नहीं।
कहाँ कमी रह गई?
सर मुझे लगा था कि ऐसे में थोड़ा सा मेरा ये गलत हो गया, मतलब और बाकी तो सर बस मतलब
या 7 में से 6 पेपर अच्छे हो तो कॉल आ जाती है।
तो बाकी सर अच्छे ही दिए
अच्छा।
थे मैंने।
और इंटरव्यू में अच्छा है तो रखा जाता है।
विजुअलाइजेशन कुछ नहीं किया था आपने?
नहीं
यूपीएससी क्यों?
सर
इससे पहले कितने लोग दे चुके हो?
तो 2,
कहाँ का?
एक नेक्स्ट आयर्स और एक वाजीराम।
वाजीराम का रिजल्ट बना दोगे ऐसे ही बैठे बैठे। नेक्स्ट में तो इंजीनियर चलो जाते हैं, वो तो मान लिया।
हाँ।
क्या कमेंट्स क्या रहे?
तो उन्होंने बस नॉलेज पे ही वर्क करने बोला, मतलब कि थोड़ा और करंट अफेयर्स डीपली पढ़ लो वगैरह, न्यूज़पेपर लाउडली पढ़ो, ऐसा। बाकी से मेजर कमेंट
दोनों में?
हाँ सर।
बहुत बेकार है।
बाकी
मतलब गाइडेंस तो प्रॉपर होनी चाहिए यार, फायदा क्या हुआ नहीं तो? मतलब इसमें फिर उनका क्रेडिट क्या है जिसके वो रिजल्ट क्लेम करें? मतलब वो तो बाल की खाल निकाल देनी चाहिए कि भैया ये करो, इंटरव्यू करो।
26 मार्च।
तो बहुत है, अभी भी कर सकते हो।
Yes.
कब सोचा सिविल सर्विस के बारे में?
सर कॉलेज के लास्ट सेमेस्टर में
हल्का ऊपर नहीं
क्यों ऐसा क्या हुआ?
हेड स्पेस
मतलब पहले से आइडिया था कि यूपीएससी अच्छी एग्जाम में मतलब कर सकते हैं सर, बट कॉलेज में सर फिर मैंने टेक्निकल भी ट्राई किया
अच्छा,
और कॉर्पोरेट में भी इंटर्नशिप की थी।
हल्का
तो दोनों में फिर मुझे और मैं सर कॉलेज में जनरल सेक्रेटरी था, तो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का भी थोड़ा आइडिया,
वाह।
फिर उधर से फिर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की साइड टेक
जमीन कितनी है?
जमीन सर ओनरशिप 1.5 एकड़ है, लेकिन कल्टीवेशन 3 एकड़ का है, अंकल की
Sharing.
हम ही करते।
शेयरिंग कर?
नहीं नहीं, हम ही करते, उनको जरूरत नहीं, मतलब वो ज्यादा पार्ट नहीं लेते, तो हम ही 3 एकड़ कल्टीवेट करते।
कितने लोग हैं घर में?
घर में सर 5 लोग हैं, बट सिस्टर इज मैरिड, सो अभी 4 लोग हैं हम।
छोटा भाई है?
नहीं, बड़ा भाई है सर।
तो क्या करता है?
वो सिविल इंजीनियरिंग हुई है सर उसकी।
हो गया?
हाँ सर।
तो ही इज सपोर्टिंग योर?
नहीं सर, फादर इज सपोर्टिंग, मतलब अपार्ट फ्रॉम इनकम सर, कुछ 2-3 साल पहले से जमीन सेल की थी, तो उसके डिसेंट पैसे है कि चल जाएगा सर।
और कौन से बैच पे थे?
कौन?
यहाँ कौन सा
अगस्त बैच,
ये अच्छा 23?
23 अगस्त।
मतलब फिनिश किया और ग्रेजुएशन और ज्वाइन कर लिया?
हाँ सर, मई 23 में ग्रेजुएशन फिनिश हुआ,
हाँ वही तुरंत
फिर 24 का प्रीलिम्स।
चलो, और कुछ पूछना है शुरू करें?
इसी से हेल्प ली थी जब बैक भरना था? Did you talk to anyone when you were filling the depth?
यस, 1-2 लोगों से लिए।
तो इंटरव्यू के बाद बताइए क्या
हो तो गया भाई। Only thing is always start your sentence with sir
यस
and involve everybody. You are going one to one, but perfect. Communication is perfect. बाकी तो सारे आप उसमें कर लो।
जब क्वेश्चन आप सुनते हो थोड़ा स्ट्रेस फील करते हो आप, योर आईब्रोज कुड रिफ्लेक्ट कि आप
So when you're answering, you're smiling, you're good. But when you're listening to the question, just like all of a sudden, what is it talking about? Okay, all of a sudden you're stressed, your eyebrows are coming in between, very much concentrated. So it feels at that point of time that the smile is becoming. Okay, so it will need practice. You have time while you're listening. Also, try and have the smile. You have a good smile.
perfect.
Yeah.
It shows confidence, shows your knowledge, whatever you are saying. Very impressive.
The only problem is that you were not sure that you will be making to the interview.
I also observed that sometimes your tone becomes too mellow. एकदम से।
Actually, you need to work on one particular thing in communication. That is, many people have but they face this particular challenge. While you are speaking, while you are about to get over with the sentence, your volume decreases. We call this tapering off of sentence.
You wish you can note these things.
You will not be able to answer that question जब आप उसको listen कर रहे हो ना. So, but every time मतलब deceptive हुआ है कि आपको लगता है कि आप सुन रहे हो, so you will not be able to answer, but you answer it correctly. So little you have to work on that.
Won't this act in his favor?
देखो, आपको visualize करना है कि you are going to become IAS. If you will not do that, you will not perform. इसको अपने अंदर इनकलकेट करो कि ये फीलिंग आ जाए आपके अंदर कि यू आर गोइंग टू बिकम आईएएस ऑफिसर।
यस
सो ये चीज बहुत जरूरी है, बिकॉज ठीक है फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट है और आपको बहुत एडवांटेजेस होंगे इस चीज के। डोंट लेट इट स्लिप आउट ऑफ योर हैंड्स। ये अपॉर्चुनिटी बहुत कम लोगों को मिलती है सर।
Overall, it's just मेरा एक ही फीडबैक था यार, your tone जो है वो मेंटेन रहे, बाकी
वो बस
even the questions you didn't know you were able to respond properly, everything was really except appreciable.
वो आखिरी में sentences पे just work on that, be metacognitively active about it. Okay, one thing that I would like to suggest is about when you are getting strategy based questions. Okay, so start from data collection and research. Don't go by your presumptions. Okay, so you can share maybe this is as per my experience, I have observed this, but being the DM or being whatever is the post that they offer, I will go for data collection or research, then according to that I will be narrowing down a problem statement, Then according to that, I will prioritize, okay, this problem that I want to work for,
Correct.
then accordingly going ahead. So while I was asking you about awareness, I was trying to get the strategy out of you, spreading awareness. How? Okay, I will use street plays. Okay, I will go and talk to panchayats. Okay, I will. So this makes
So many NGOs.
so this makes you, because if I am sitting on the other side of the table, this makes you an IAS officer.
Right.
Because you are talking about the implementation part. Theory, obviously, you have read for civil services. Everyone knows theory,
Correct.
right? So this implementation part, how part, this becomes very important. And there might come, if you would have told me about it, I would have asked about the efficiency and how are you going to monitor it? Because monitoring is a humongous challenge
Right.
in general in policy making. I mean, policy implementation.
Yes.
So you got to have, I mean, build understanding. So start thinking as a civil servant now.
Yes.
Okay, if I want to solve this particular problem, how am I going to solve this?
Yes.
That is very crucial.
Thanks, Salvatore. Yeah.
हाँ चेहरे से दिख रहा है.
पिछले 1 साल में सर 17 किलो.
Since last February, to fill the form.
जो जब आप अपनी हॉबी की बात करते हैं, that is one plus point you can have.
Yes.
बात होगी बीच में ऑन करो तू.
एक पॉइंट
It's visible.
हाँ
Looking to photograph, because कल जब मैं देख रहा था तो जो मैं perception थी मेरी, जिनसे मिलेंगे वो build 30 HP होगा और you are a very charming personality now.
लास्ट एक बात है जो मैं कहना भूल गया था. Put yourself and your area in your answers. वो कोविड वाला इतना अच्छा पॉइंट है. वो जब मैं गया उसको ढूंढने, then I got to know that you have done that.
The way you did, the way you perform, the NGO type of work which you are doing in terms of social service, that will fetch you.
That showcases your values, that builds credibility about you.
Right.
Okay, so put yourself and your work in your answers.
Yes.
Okay, so you will be much more convincing and plus building the credibility as already said. Okay.
एक हम बात कर रहे थे शुरू में फॉर्म फिलिंग को लेकर, तो सर ने पॉइंट आउट भी कर ही दिया था. मेक श्योर व्हेन दे आस्क अबाउट योर इंटरेस्ट हॉबीज यू आर पिन पॉइंटिंग देम. ठीक है, रीडिंग बुक्स इन विच लैंग्वेज, विच जॉनरा, फिक्शन है, नॉन फिक्शन है, फिक्शन में भी क्या है, ठीक है, साइंस फिक्शन है, ड्रामा है, क्या है, ऑल दैट.
क्या कुछ पढ़ा है बताना जरा. क्या कुछ पढ़ा तो कोई वो
किताब बताओ जो तुमने पढ़ी.
तुम्हारी फेवरेट बुक्स बताओ, like other than Alchemist.
Old Man and the Sea.
Okay.
Lord of the Flies.
Okay.
Currently, sir, I am reading How Prime Minister Decide. That is.
Old Man and the Sea is a novel or a story?
Sir, it is a short novel.
It's your long story.
Yes, very short. Very
Small novella.
very-
Novella. It's called as novella. If it's less than 40,000 words, it's novel.
Yes, sir.
पता नहीं वो, मैं रायपुर जा रहा था, मैंने किताब पढ़ी जाते हुए, वापस आते हुए फिर पढ़ी और मेरे को समझ नहीं आया कि इतनी पॉपुलर कैसे हो गई. मैं 2 बार पढ़ गया. And you are the first person who has answered all those things perfectly well.
Alchemist.
लोग बड़े अल्केमिस्ट पढ़ा, लेकिन वो तो गोलियों के तो नाम ही नहीं
मेरे को तो लिटरली लग रहा था जो कोई आज के सेशन याद है, ये सवाल पूछे हुए पिन पॉइंटेड जवाब आ रहे थे. Is it?
Old Man and the Sea. ये तो दोनों philosophical किताबें हैं, right? बाकी so trying to narrow it down.
Yes.
ठीक है. So maybe either you put down all the books that you like, ठीक है, and you may ask the chat GPT. ठीक है, कि show me what does the interest, narrow it down for me.
Okay.
ठीक है.
अगेन मोटरसाइकिल ड्राइविंग का भी, स्ट्रोलिंग या ट्रैवलिंग, क्या चीज है.
तो उसमें भी I mean while you are telling some books ना, देखो यार, it's all about giving the loophole to the other person.
Right.
ठीक है, like you said Alchemist, then only the next one you say Old Man and the Sea, and maybe third one is also some philosophical book, and you have already prepared philosophy in advance.
Okay.
Because the next question will be
ये सारी बुक्स उन्होंने पढ़ी होंगी.
हाँ.
And if you have done in depth the way I asked you, तो वो सारा
Impress होगा. हाँ.
मसला ही वहीं हल हो जाता
खत्म
है.
हो
स्टेट और हॉबी 2 ही चीजें होती हैं.
Right.
ठीक है ना.
पढ़ी तो है सर, डिटेल
हाँ,
पढ़ी.
नहीं उस तरह से, जिस तरह से पढ़नी है उस तरह से बता रहा हूँ. अच्छा, उस ओल्ड मैन की एज कितनी थी?
मेरे को डाउट तभी हुआ ये कि भाई साला कैसे बताइए, ये सवाल कभी ना कभी पूछे गए हैं तुमसे, जो तुम्हें पता है। तीनों सवाल, तीनों किसी को नहीं पता होते सर, दो तक फिर भी हो जाता है।
होना है, बस ये ध्यान रखो, हमारी जो भी सपोर्ट चाहिए हो बोल देना।